in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight. Glory streams from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin, mother and child. Holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace.
Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Brenda. Bless your heart. Santa's so tickled to see you. Now I'd like to ask my good friend Harold if he'd step up to the microphone. Because Harold Zimmerman, you know something, he's one of Santa's senior helpers. And Harold, I just absolutely love you so much. What, can you come on over here? Can we bring you over here? Oh, okay. Well, you right there? Well, will you do that one for Santa that I have seen you do so many times? Because I know the kids out there will just absolutely love this. You know something? There's a song he does. It's called Jumping Toothache. And this is a song about if you're like in the dentist chair, and you know how all us kids, we hate to get in the dentist chair because we just sort of hear that chair cranking up and we hear that drill going. And this one's called Jumping Toothache. But you know, today, the dentists have different means, and now we don't have to worry so much about that because they got all these new technical things that it's not so quite so painful. So it's fun actually to go to the dentist and get our teeth taken care of. But if we brush our teeth first, chances are we won't have to see that dentist too often. So Harold Zimmerman, would you do that Jumping Toothache?
Thank
Fantastic. Boy, I tell you what, isn't that great? Harold Zimmerman. And Harold is another one of those elves. It's, of course, he's 82 years young. And boy, he's tickled to see him here. And Santa happens to know that that elf happened to win the Old Time Fiddlers contest for the whole state of Kentucky. Fantastic, Harold. And he's part of the Whosoever Will group. Well, let's take a call or two here if we can. Let's go to line 1, Jennifer. Hi, is this Tony?
No. Tanya.
Tanya?
Yeah.
Fantastic, Tanya. How you doing?
Fine.
And anything special you want for Christmas?
And you know?
Well, Santa will see what he can do, okay?
Okay.
You have a Merry Christmas. Now, Santa's number is 261-1300, extension 108. Be sure and be patient, though.
Okay.
Let's see who else we have. Do you have somebody else on one of the other lines?
Yeah.
Well, you give us a call out there, and don't be impatient now as the line gets busy. Our number is 261-1300, and we're extension 108. You have a great time now. And Santa wants to know if all of the group now will come back up here. But before we do that, Santa's going to ask Gerald Stevenson if he'll sing a special song, because he happens to know that we traveled to Maine and saw something called the moose. And boy, oh boy, was there lots of moose in Maine. And he'd like to ask Gerald if he would do this song called The Moose and the Cow. Is that okay, kids? Rudolph, you don't mind, do you?
If I were a moose and you were a cow, would you love me anyhow? Would you introduce me to your folks? Would you tell your friends no moose jokes? If I were a moose and you were a cow, would you invite me to your club? Risk a cruel bovine snub? Would you lead me down the receiving line? Boldly boast, this moose is mine. Would your parents watch us graze? Shake their heads, it's just a phase. Would you pray the stars above? The precious heifers found her love. Would your grandparents change their will? They really expected a Holstein bull. For this we toil before the plow. You bring home someone who's not even a cow. Now there's lots of proper stock around, like that nice young Guernsey at Farmer Brown's. But that last one we ridiculed at first. On second thought, you could do worse. But if you think this thing will last, will he learn to moo and eat our grass? Shed his antlers in the dirt. Could you persuade him to convert? If our anatomies did not quite fit, would you make the best of it? Would you nuzzle up so near and hum sweet cow tunes in my ear? Or would you sadly break it off when all the hillside sneered and scoffed? You know these moose, they're all the same. They're lazy, they're stupid, they come from Maine. It's true things slip a moose's mind. Cows remember all the time. Bulbous nose and knobby knees, a coat that harbors ticks and fleas. But a moose can be a handy thing when hungry wolves come visiting. An icy gust of winter storm, the fur is deep and dry and warm. And someday if your milk runs dry, farmers stare with baleful eye. In dead of night I'd slip your noose, lead you home to the land of moose. If I were a moose and you were a cow, if you were a cow and I were a moose. Since you asked me to do that, Johnny, can I do Say I Do?
Well, I don't think we got time to do that, but I'll tell you one thing: we said I do to two beautiful cows, didn't we? We sure married.
I know.
We
I'd like
married.
to get Jesus back in the picture if we got a chance.
We married above ourselves. I can tell you that. Now, one thing that Santa's got to do is take a call here. And who do we have calling in? Devin on line 3. Hello, Devin. How are you doing?
Fine.
Devin? Well, tickled to see you, Devin.
Fine.
Thanks for calling. Anything special you want for Christmas?
Multiple car.
Is that right? Well, Santa see what he can do, okay?
Okay.
You have a Merry Christmas now. And you know, Santa wants to say a special thank you to all the kids out there that have been good kids and followed the rules at home and minded their moms and dads and tried to keep their rooms clean and keep their shoes polished and pay attention in the classroom, because it's really important to get all of your lessons learned and to do what your teachers tell you. That's really important. And Santa would like to now, he'd like to ask all of the singers to come back up to the stage if he would. He'd like to ask the Northern Kentucky Brotherhood to come up there. And he's going to get Becky and see if she'll do one more song for him. And then he's going to ask Sandy Jones if she'll come up and sort of lead our group in some Christmas carols as we close off our show today. But Becky, would you do one for us first of the Robinson Family Singers? And Santa wants to know, if all you kids out there, if anybody else is on the line, and if Santa doesn't get to talk to you today, just remember this, that Santa's watching over you and he knows you've called. But more important than Santa, the Lord is watching over you and knows all of your hopes and desires. And so you can take your prayers to him. Come on up here in front, fellas. Come right on up. Come right on up. Now, has everybody got some songs, a list of copies of the songs? Barbara? Well, take them up there to them, Barb. Make sure everybody's got a list of the songs. Somebody's calling in, but we don't know who it is. Becky, which one are you going to do for us?
I'm going to do a little Deck the Halls for you, Santa.
Deck the
today.
Halls, okay.
And thanks for having us today.
And
It's been
can
a
we
real
all
pleasure.
join in on that too?
Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. Is there another verse on there? Go ahead. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la.
What about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? Who knows that one?
We better do that for Rudolph for sure.
Rudolph, are you
the
ready?
Red-nosed reindeer